Hey there. Start here. So I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna do that the latest Fighting Back Memories event with a little bit of a budget team. The last one, I did one team to rule them all, and I took, I believe it was X Death to just murder all of those. And this time I'm gonna switch things up. I'm still gonna do one team to rule all. But I'm going to bring back my best girl, Esther and Sylvie. I'm going to bring Reberta along for the ride. And I'm also going to, show off the new unit, Abigail. She's not really going to do too much, but she is going to be our breaker, which will be nice. She'll be a breaker and a tank here. So, yeah, I just wanted to switch things up a little bit. The Meteor Bros, of course, are always great. You can bring them to murder pretty much everything, but I wanted to bring my girl back to do some of these old trials. You can still, obviously, you can swap out Esther for any other DPS unit that you might want. If you want to bring another Meteor user, easily swaps in and out right there. I do want to point out that if you have already done these, you won't be getting, just like the last one, you won't be getting the rewards again, right? So it'll show all the rewards are already claimed. However, you still get some rewards by completing the final stages in the Fighting Back Memories Special Quests 2 tab. You see I've got a few left to complete there, but you get 100 lapis for clearing the hardest stage of each one of them. So at least go in and claim your, 500 lapis there for doing each of those. Plus, don't forget that your adventure rewards this month are tied to this rerun event. And so you have to do, You've got to do the Exostars level 1, not the final stage. So if you go in and clear the final one, you're not going to get your adventure rewards. You got to do the Exostars level 1. You have to do the Earth, Fire, Water, and Wind Fiends Rush, not the EXT version that I'm going to show you here. And then Kingdom's Mightiest Warrior level 4. All right, that's the one against Tyvus. So just keep in mind you need to make sure you do those 3 specifically in order to get your Adventure Crests rewards this month, guys. All right. So let's go ahead and get in here. You can see the team there on the home screen that I'm going to be using. It's going to be pretty simple. We're going to use the same team, and we're going to clear all of them out. I'm only going to do the final stage, which is the most difficult. You can use this team to finish all the stages. Doesn't really matter. We're not even going to bother changing Espers this time. We're just going to go in, and we're just going to hammer it. So we'll start with the Exostars. This one's probably the most difficult of the 5. So I'll go ahead and start with this one. You can see, I think, again, 4 out of the 5 chambers have a 3,000 lapis reward. So this is, again, really great for new accounts, people that weren't around for these events, to go in and scoop up lots of lapis. Really, really great. This one is probably the most difficult because it's a party of 4 or less. But again, units these days are really, really strong. Not too hard to get in and slaughter them. You'll see you get Golden Riser box summon tickets. They are, of course, worthless now because there is no Golden Riser box summon. So don't get too excited and think, oh, I'm going to get a Golden Riser, because nope. Just like with the last event and all the event tickets, they are worthless. So you can hold on to them if you want to. I don't know if they'll ever come back with another Golden Riser box summon, but in my opinion, I think they're just as good. Go ahead and sell them. I'm not even sure if they're really worth anything. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you the team. Like I said, this is the one team that we're going to use to rule all. I'm not going to change any gear. I'm not going to change any Espers. We're just going to go straight through and clear all of them with the following team. You notice that they're all EX0 or EX +1. If I could have made them all EX0, I would have, but I did finally EX1 my EX0 Esther, so she's now EX1, but I'm not going to use her in any way, shape, or form that would require anything more than EX0 here. All right, same goes for Sylvie. I'm not going to use her Brave Shift form. I'm going to use her just the same way I would use an EX0 Sylvie, so all of these units can be EX0. You'll be just fine. All right, so as for Abby, just some basic gear here. Giving her some elemental resist. I didn't even really finish building her. I gave her Sylvie's card just because you can buy it for free in the shop. She's got elemental resists across the board, so she's pretty much ready to handle just about anything that any of these bosses might want to throw at us, be it, elemental magic or anything like that. All right, so just some very, very basic gear. She honestly doesn't even need all this. This is overkill. All right. As for Esther, pretty budget build here. Mask of Azura for some killers. Storm Bunny Jacket again for some killers. Tyvis Gauntlet there just to cap up her LB damage. Kelger's Cape he's the latest free unit you can get, and it comes with some human and plant killers on it, which is nice. Really, the human is the only one that's going to come in. I don't think we fight any plants at any point, but yeah, there you go. Indestructible Light for chain cap up. Weapon Specialist is nice because it's got 3 killers on it: humans, avians, and stone. A little bit of Aquan Killer, and then yeah, just capping up her TDH and attack. Chizuru's card is nice because it's got 25% Omni Killer on it, and you can buy it in the Perma VC shop. All right, so her killers, her spread is basically, you don't have to worry about beast. I don't think we fight any beasts at all in any of these chambers. 225 avian, that's important for this one, for the Exostars specifically, because one of the bosses is an avian. One of them is also aquatic. There's also an aquatic one later on. They're all human. All of the Exostars are part human. One of them is part machine. The dragon killers, you might need those for the Earth, Wind, Fire one, the Final Fantasy V dungeon, because most of those are dragons. So like maybe you want to switch over to Odin Esper for that one, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to bother. Yeah, a little bit of stone. Reaper is another one. I think there's a Reaper at some point later on, but yeah. So just a kind of a nice spread of killers for the bosses that we're expecting coming up. All right, so we won't change anything. All right, nothing's going to change. This is the gear. It's going to stay this way. Same thing with the Esper. All right, Reberta is, she's got some gear on her, just some high mag gear, just whatever you have to give her. Your highest mag gear. This is all fairly budget stuff here. Again, some killers. She's not going to be doing the majority of the damage. Esther's going to be carrying all these fights really, but I gave her Tsukiko's card because you can also purchase this in the Perma VC Select shop, and it is really nice for Final Fantasy units because it gives all of them 500 static mag. So really nice on any. It's kind of like the mag equivalent to Chizuru's card, kind of. So yeah, you can get this in the Perma VC shop now. So I figure it's perfectly valid to put there as a budget card. All right. Her killer spread is fairly similar, just some killers across the board, but it doesn't really matter. Sylvie's just going to be the passive provoke and evade unit, so she is 100% provoke, 100% evade, just for in those cases where we need it. Otherwise, yeah, you can ignore it. And like I said, I'm not using her Brave Shift form, so EX0 is fine here. All right, and this is the team we're going to be taking into every single fight. So let's go ahead and get started with what I think is probably the hardest one, and that's the Exostars. Let's get in here. All right, so all these are basically going to be 2-turn clears because, Esther needs a turn to set up her LB. If your units are strong enough, you can probably do it in 1 turn, no problem. This is just the way I decided to do it, as sort of a budget, budget clear. All right, so Abby is basically going to be doing the same thing in pretty much every single fight. Like, these are going to get pretty repetitive, but she'll just do her breaks and her drone cover to get started. All right, Reberta is going to imbue with fire. We'll do support from the skies for some Mirage and a Mega Breath. All right, Sylvie is just going to do Compassionate Night for some HP refill, Paladin's Resolve, and we'll do some, I guess it doesn't really matter what the next thing is. We'll do Paladin's Offense. All right, because we do have to, we got to refill our HP because the Exostars, every turn they do an, what is it, an 8,000 fixed attack to the whole party. So you just have to make sure everyone's healed up. and ready to go. All right, Esther will just do Energizing Bunny, Bolting Slice, Calm Before the Storm to get ready. All right, there we go. So we miraged all the physical attacks there. Okay, and now all we have to do is chain it up. So Mystic Breath is unique in that it can chain with a lot of different chain families. Now it's not going to perfect chain. It'll, there's a good chance the chain will break, but we're still going to do way more damage than we need to do. All right, so I'll start Reberta and then pretty shortly after do Esther. All right, so we actually did get a perfect chain on that one, which is nice. Sometimes it breaks, and honestly, it's not a big deal if it does. It's still usually more than enough damage to get this one cleared out. So Purgatorio is an Aquan, so it's nice. It's nice to have Reberta on this one because she can do aquatic killers. We'll do Inferno Breath again, and then we'll do a Mega Breath to unlock her quadcast. Sylvie this time, we'll do Paladin's defense, offense. No, sorry. We'll do Paladin's Blue Paladin's defense for the Mirage. Compassionate Knight, Paladin's Resolve, again, just to heal everybody up. And then Abigail's, I'm just going to reload and repeat her. Alright. Basically same setup for Esther there. Alright, and then I'm just going to reload and repeat Abigail. So Purgatorio does a lot of magic damage, mostly light element, which Abigail will totally resist. Alright, and now we basically just go in for the kill, just like last time. Quad Mystic Breath, and Esther does her LB. Yeah, see, that one broke, but it's alright. And, Esther's LB is kind of unique in that it does, like, a ton of damage right up front, and then it kind of, like, slows down at the end and then does one big hit at the end. So it actually kind of works out, even if the chain breaks halfway through. Because, most of the damage is done at the beginning, and then there's that little trough in the damage, and then the big hit at the end. So it works out really well, actually, even if it does break. Alright, so this is, again, going to look very repetitive. We've got Compassionate Knight, Paladin's Resolve, and let's see, this one's Avian, so we don't have those. So we'll do Paladin's Offense on this one. Reberta will take care of the Mirage stacks on this one, so we'll do Inferno Breath, Support from the Skies, Mega Breath. Alright, and Esther will do her setup, Energizing, Bolting, Calm Before the Storm. And then we just reload, repeat Abigail. Okay. All right. Yep. Again, looking very, very simple here. All right. And there you go. Alright, we just knocked out the Exostars. All missions clear. Alright, and yeah, so you see Esther's carrying the fight. So even though I did, try to gear my Reberta for some damage, I mean, it's very much just chip damage. So Esther's here carrying the fight, and she'll carry all the fights, really. So, like I said, you can slot any DPS unit you want into Esther's slot if you don't have an Esther. If you got like a Chizuru or a 2B, or, bring your favorite Meteor user. If you want to bring, if you want to bring Golbez or Exdeath, they will certainly work here. You just set up on turn 1, Reberta does her tag chains, and you drop a nuke in the tag chain, just like I've shown you in many videos in the past. So you can still bring a Meteor user here and it'll work out just fine. You may just have to, you know, shift the gear around a little bit for each one, just knowing what, you know, what killers to gear for. Ancient Dinosaur is going to be pretty simple. Again, it's another party of 4 or less, clear within 3 turns. We'll do it in 2 turns, no problem. It is a dragon, I believe. Yep. Weak to fire and dark, which is nice. We've got Reberta here to buff up the killers and all that stuff. So this one's going to be pretty simple. All right. But again, not changing the gear, not doing anything different. Let's just get in here and do it. All right, so Sylvie is basically just going to do Paladin's offense, Paladin's defense, and we'll do a burgeoning defense. Why not? That's going to fill up Reberta enough to make sure she can do her killers. Since she's only EX 0, she doesn't get the LB fill. So now she can do Dragon, Inferno, Mega Breath. All right, Abigail will just do the usual, except this time we're going to do the breaks and we're going to do the Omni cover. All right, just because why not? We don't want our team to take any damage of any kind if we can help it, so she's just going to cover everything. And from here on out, that's pretty much what she's going to do. The only reason I didn't want to do the Omni cover against the Exostars is due to all that fixed damage. There's a potential that that could lead to, you know, her taking more damage than we really want. All right, Esther will do her usual setup. Okay. Easy peasy. Alright, we'll do Mystic, Quad Mystic, and LB, and let's just do it. Boom. Alright, that one was too easy. Okay, I'm not even going to show you the damage score because you know who did the damage there. All right, we'll do the Earth, Wind, and Fire Fiend's Rush. Remember, you have to do the one on the bottom, the lower difficulty one, to get your crest rewards. All right, don't forget that. All right, so for this one, you just have to do clear without anyone being KO'd. Still a party of 4 or less, but that's fine. We will take it, and we'll get it done. All right, now even though all these bosses have a field that says boost defense, which, you know, is fine if you want to bring like a Meteor user, they'll do lots of damage because the bosses won't have the defense. No big deal. All right, so we're just going to go in and basically do the exact same thing for all of these. This guy is a Reaper. All right, so we'll just do Inferno Breath. We will use some of the killers in certain instances, all right, but we'll do Support and Mega Breath. All right, we'll do Energizing Bunny, Bolting Slice, Calm Before the Storm. And Sylvie and Abigail can basically just reload, repeat. Exactly what they did in the last time, which was just breaks and Omni cover, and then Paladin Sylvie does her Paladin's offense, defense, and burgeoning defense. They don't need to do anything else, so it's very, very simple from here on out. All right, Quad Mystic, Esther LBs. All right, now all of these are weak to fire except for Merilith. Merilith is weak to light, but we don't have anybody to imbue light, but it's okay. We're going to go with fire anyways. We're going to do Dragon Killer because she is part dragon, Inferno Breath, and Mega Breath. All right, Energizing Bunny, Bolting Slice, Calm Before the Storm, and then just reload and... Okay, I can't reload Repeat Sylvie because Burgeoning Defense is a Magnus ability. That's all right. We'll do Paladin's offense, Paladin's defense, and we'll just do Compassionate Knight. How about that? All right. So as you can see, even though we're going off element, it's not going to matter. We're going to obliterate. All right. Quad Mystic. All right. And that's the closest one you'll get to, like, potentially not killing on turn 2, just because she has like 120% fire resist. The rest of these are dead as dead can be. All right, so this one's an Aquan, so Aquatic Killer, Inferno Breath, Mega Breath. Esther sets up. All right, Paladin, Sylvie, and Abigail reset. Reload, repeat. Okay, Quad Mystic and an LB. Too easy. All right, one more. Getting repetitive, isn't it? These old ones are old trials are old. Oh no, my Abby actually took some damage. Oh dear. I think that's the first time she's actually taken a hit. All right, Quad Mystic and an LB. Let's finish this one. Too easy. Alright, so even with the boosted defense field, Esther's still more than capable of taking this down, but if you brought a Meteor user, it'd be even easier because they have the much lower spirit. So you see here, the damage spread was much, I think the defense field is something like 500%, maybe not that high. It's like 2, maybe 300% defense boost, and that applies to everybody, like everybody on the party and the enemies. So that's why you see a bit of a more even spread there, but still more than enough to handle these bosses. All right. I think when I originally did that one, I literally just soloed the whole thing with Reberta. Like, Reberta alone can handle that one. Yeah, so this one's pretty easy too. One boss. Let me just get through this one. This is the only one that has a sort of a different element. Clear within 5 turns, party of 4 or less, too easy. And so we're going to go Earth Element on this one, because he is weak to Wind. He has no resistance to Earth. And then he's got like 100% resist to all other elements. So this is like the one time where we'll do something a little different. We'll do Paladin's Offense, Gravel Egg, Burgeoning Defense. Alright, Reberta will do Inferno Breath, Support from the Skies, Mega Breath. Abigail will just reload, repeat. Esther will do Energizing, Bolting, Calm, reload Abigail, and repeat. Oh shoot, I imbued everybody with fire, didn't I? I don't think it's going to matter, actually. I think we're still going to be fine. I just realized I imbued everybody with fire. Don't do that. Don't imbue everybody with fire. It could make this last longer than I want it to, but I think we'll still probably kill. Alright, so let's see how we do. Oh yeah, we're still going to kill him. Oh man, are you kidding me? We didn't kill him. Alright, that's fine. We'll just kill him on turn 3. If I hadn't imbued with fire, it probably would have done it. Alright, so I'm just going to reload Reberta and repeat her. And there you go. I've gotten so repetitive with this. I didn't even think about that when I imbued with fire with Reberta. So there you go. Even though we made an accident, we still got it cleared in the turn count with 4 units. Easy peasy. All right. And the last one, I mean, it's almost not even worth it to show you. But I mean, we might as well. We've done them all. Remember, you have to do level 4 to get your treasure. Your treasure crest rewards. All right, I'm going to do level 5 because that's the most difficult one, but you got to do level 4 to get your crest rewards this month. The rewards on this one aren't really all that great, so maybe it's not even worth it. I'll just get in here. Let's just do it. Let's just get in here and kill. Again, we're not going to go fire because Tybus is very resistant to fire. Ice is the preferable element if you have it. He has the lowest resistance to ice, but we're going to go, we're actually going to go lightning on this one. So we'll do paladins, offense, defense, bolt egg. Reberta will just do not inferno breath. We'll just do support, draconic, and mega breath. Esther will do energizing. Sorry, Esther will do true storm brand. And then bolting and calm. All right, and I think that should do it. Oh, I did forget to do. That's all right. We avoided everything anyways. Abigail was supposed to do her breaks there. I just reloaded and repeated, but I forgot that the last action we did was a guard. All right. Bunny Bolt Blitz, Quad Mystic. And there you go. Easy peasy. Nothing to it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. And that's how you clear all of the challenges. No problem. All right. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful to you guys. It's a pretty simple one. Like I said, slot anybody into that damage slot in place of Esther, and you will be fine. All right, taking care of these is as simple as 1, 2. Forget the 3 because it's already dead. All right. So thank you guys so much for following me. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. Hopefully you guys go in and rake in all that lapis. And stay tuned. I'm gonna work on some more things this week, and I'll let you know. So stay tuned, and I will see you on the other side.